Hi, I'm Greg from RVHaulers, and behind me is an RV hauler that's been customized for Ron and Natalie, named Chief. This is a 2013, really young fella with only 430,000 miles on the odometer. And the purpose of this video is to show Ron and Natalie what their RV hauler looks like before my wife and I deliver it to them between Christmas and New Year's here. We're gonna hit the road, be climbing a few mountain passes, going through the Rocky Mountains and heading to warmer climates to deliver their RV hauler. But before we do that, I want to take this opportunity to go really slow, take my time, go around their RV hauler and show them what it looks like before we head their direction. If you're interested in watching kind of a slow video, join us. So as you can see, this RV hauler has been singled. It's got a single rear axle, and we've added one of our deluxe smart car beds, but I'm going to take you around the RV hauler and show you a few of the small things that we've done. We've added quite a bit of chrome, both on the lower sections of the RV hauler as well. If you look up, we've got chrome that goes around the upper windshield and around the sides of the sleeper as well. We've installed that for them. We added, for safety and visibility while you're on the road, these nice hood mirrors. This 2013 did not come with those. We were really lucky. This one came with some super condition Michelin steer tires, polished rims, new hubcaps, and we had some repairs to do to mirrors. Those have been done. And one of our little bugbears with the Volvos is that this is the engine preheater. So you plug in your cord here to preheat the engine, and that one is for shore power to activate the outlets inside. Those are always covered with black, kind of rusty looking caps. So we've replaced those with stainless. Of course, we've added our private RV decals. We've done some other customizations. We used to have a wide black fairing extension that went up the back here, but there were some marks on the back of this fairing when we took them off. What happens is, you can see, you don't have, I'll just show you right there. There's your clearance. If that mirror was sticking out, it would strike or come really close to hitting these black extensions that are out here. So to keep things as short as possible with the rig, we took those extensions off, but we also polished the paint. You can still see, I'm really close. Your camera right now is, what am I, 2 inches away from the side of the sleeper. We took those scratches out and we applied box liner material to the back edges. These lower fairings are quite unique. With the newer trucks, you have an option. There's a release handle back here. Well, this is hard to do with one hand, but these can actually come away. There you go. I can release the other one up too, but they come away for easier access underneath the sleeper. And because of this design, we had to create a little bit of a different transition piece here. So this is what it looks like from the front. There's a little bit of, you see that little bit of black that's there, but we had to have something that was tucked in behind that fairing because this thing needs to be able to fold away. Anyways, we are delivering a smart car at the same time. We've got our ramp storage in here. And let me show you some of the little bit new things we've been doing. All of the insides of our boxes now are sprayed with box liner, just so that it stands up to the ramps going in and out. And we've also been using this puck board. It's a thin, very high density plastic material. We rivet it in. It allows these to slide in and out. When it doesn't, it protects the front leading edge of the box. So that's an improvement we've been doing for a little while. And here in this box, you can see there's our winch controller. And we've been doing some other modifications too. We used to put These two air connections, one is for supplying air to the truck, one is for taking air out of the truck if you want to fill beach balls or something like that. Well, instead of having them on the back wall like we used to, we've now been extending them out on a little bracket closer to the front edge, and also mounted on the roof of the box, just so you can get to them easier, and also they're a little bit more protected. We upgraded tires. These are Michelin XDN2, so they're a high performance tire, very low rolling resistance, you can see very thick traction, but quite a closed pattern, so they're a quiet tire. And they're a little bit of a softer tire, so there's some siping in here, so really good for snow and mud. And a little bit of foreshadowing here, we'll see what the delivery's like, but we're going to be taking this RVHauler over the highway known as the Highway Through Hell. That's its nickname. It's the Coca-Cola in British Columbia through the Rocky Mountains. And we'll see what our conditions are like. That's what the tail or the rear cap of the bed looks like. There's the Comfort Ride hitch. So this one is rated to, as you can see there, 30,000 pounds of trailer weight and 8,000 pounds of pin weight, or weight pushing down on the hitch. I temporarily have this handle put on here. This comes off, but it's an extension. It comes with it, and it allows you to get a little bit more leverage when you're pushing on that handle. And also, kind of a cool mechanism. If you look, if you pull the handle out, you also pull that release pin. That release pin back here is all actuated with this handle. Really nice design. Just take a bit of a slow tour around the bed. As usual, anytime you're working with metal, you get little imperfections. This is one giant piece of steel, one single piece, so there's no welds on the side like these creases. This is all sheared and formed. So a little bit of body work has been done here, just so that when you look down the side of the silver bed, it looks factory. There's our ladder in behind this door, wheel chocks, and of course the bed has been designed to accommodate two sizes of smart car. Now this is a Brabus limited edition. There's only 150 of these in the country, and this one's getting delivered as well. But this one is a 2009, and the newer smart cars are 5 inches wider. So there's an extra set of holes here that allowed the chocks to go wider. The other thing that we've done, I used to have these chocks just a couple inches taller. The front bumper on the new smart cars is lower, and it doesn't quite have as much clearance. So we've made our chocks a little bit shorter to accommodate that. If you've watched one of our earlier videos, you'll notice we've done some other changes to this bed as well. Traditionally, we used to have a receiver tube right here. So the winch arm would go into this and come out and go up to winch the smart car on and off. Well, what we've changed is we've got a different design now. We've tucked that up in here. It works really well. So we've got a cleaner look on the side of the bed, and also this opening, you're putting a piece of metal, a big 2-inch bar in there all the time, and over time the opening started to show wear. So we find that having it all covered in box liner and tucked up under there, we have a better look and a little bit better longevity. I want to show you, we're pretty particular about how our wiring is done. You'll see that things are all mounted, and wherever they go through firewalls, we've got grommets, or through steel walls. We'll continue around. But because this is a 2013, as you would expect, it's in a really nice condition. We spent quite a bit of time doing paint matching as well. So we spent some time, lots of different spray outs to make sure that the quality of the paint that went on here and the look of the fleck That's the key. If you get nice and close, you'll see that there's a metallic fleck in there. It matches the metallic fleck in the original paint. So when you come back, we have a paint match. Whether it's sunny, it's kind of a cloudy, overcast day today, but it looks pretty nice. I'll take you inside quick and show you some of the things we've done in there. So there's the driver's door open. Before we step up into the cab, I want to show you some of the preparations we've done back here. Got all of our manuals, the GPS manual, brake controller manual, truck manuals. Got a little container where we put all the bolts from the chocks if you ever take those off. Got a set of smart car bolts. This is our tire pressure monitoring system. This is a repeater and 6 more tire sensors. So those are going to go on Ron and Natalie's 5th wheel. I've got a spare air governor. I'm going through the mountains. Carrie and I are going to be driving a few days, so I always want to have a good set of tools. We'll be leaving those with Ron. It's nice to have a set inside the truck. And we're going to be going through the mountains. And I'll do this in a separate video, but I'm going to introduce to you, rather than tire chains, I want to show you how these work. They're called auto socks. I'll show those to you in a separate video. But let's step up. Now, I got a lot of eagle-eyed customers out there and folks that follow my channel, and immediately they're going to see this. This is temporary. I am testing a safety system in this truck, in this RVHauler for the delivery. Let me take my boots off, we'll climb up and I'll show you what we're doing. Here we are inside a Chief, and down by our left knee there is our direct link brake controller. As you'd expect, take a look at the steering wheel. It's pristine, really nice. I've got my smart car keys, 2 sets, so I don't forget those. And what I've been doing recently is I've been putting a set of power outlets here on the back of the dash. So when we're running the GPS, or you're wanting to charge your cell phone, we're not using, and I've done this for illustration purposes, I don't recommend using these plugs here, because your passenger, when they're sitting in that seat and their knees come by here, we've broken these things off. So I recommend that we don't use these, and instead of having cables all hanging down here and being in front of the cup holders and so on, this way we leave all the cables towards the back of the windshield, the back of the dash. And I also have a second power outlet installed up here. The other negative part of these outlets, those 2 there, and there is an outlet from the factory right there, is they're always on. You can see, this thing was plugged in, the light was on, and it's really nice to have, there you go, there's the little red light. It's nice to have everything turn off, your dash camera, which I've got installed, your GPS, and we've also equipped this guy with tire pressure monitoring. So here is the TST tire pressure monitoring system. He's turned off right now, but he monitors the tires on the truck and of course the trailer for pressure loss, pressure increase, as well as temperature. So having all of these devices turn off all at once with the key is really nice. Here, let's do this. So we'll turn the key on, and if you look up, you'll see the power in the outlets have turned on, and my dash camera is on as well. Now let me talk about that temporary thing that we put into Chief. I've been working with a company called Mobileye, and I've acquired one of their Mobileye forward collision lane avoidance systems. So it does a whole bunch of different things. We're going to be doing a separate video about this, but I'm testing it right now. I'll turn the camera around and show you what we've got. So I've temporarily plug the Mobileye system in to the dash connection there, the data network, and there is a device on the window, and it's actually a camera that's looking out the front of the vehicle. And what it does is it looks for the dashed lines on the left and the right, and it lets you know if you're getting too close left or right, if you're losing your lane centering. And it also watches vehicles ahead of you. If they start to brake all of a sudden, this system will beep at you really loud and let you know that you're getting into either you're following too close or someone's coming towards you. Now this is a temporary install, so I've got, that is the display. If we are going too close to the left line, the left center, it'll activate some lights there. If we're starting to veer to the right, it'll turn some lights on there. It also shows us our following distance. So if we're following too closely, say we're 2 seconds behind or 2.5 seconds behind a vehicle, it displays a number here and it warns us. So I haven't permanently mounted that on the dash because of course I'm just testing it. It's going to be coming back out when I get to our destination. But we'll see how that works in a variety of different scenarios. We're going to be going up and down some mountains, doing some test driving and course training with our customers, Ron and Natalie, and we're looking forward to that quite a bit. All right, some other things we've done for Ron and Natalie is you'll see some really nice condition front seats. The passenger seat in this particular Volvo wasn't air ride, but I acquired a matching passenger seat and got that installed. Because this is a 2013, you'll see that this has the brown interior, which is really quite sharp looking. Coming around, there's the refrigerator on the bottom. There are 2 drawers with the window coverings for the back, the original Volvo manuals, and some of the extra spare parts for tire pressure monitoring are back here. What's kind of nice is this one was outfitted with a closed cabinet behind the driver's side. This bunk in this 780 does not lift up. This is a fixed one. You can see our netting up there that comes down over a sleeping passenger and clips into those locations. Of course, the table back here folds down and makes into a bed, and there's the other cabinet. Well, we've fully tested this RV hauler. He's pulled trailers, already been through the mountains. We've made sure that he's ready to go. And my wife and I shortly are going to be delivering this to Ron and Natalie at their home. Spending a few days with them, teaching them how the RV hauler works, loading and unloading a smart car, and hooking up their trailer. I appreciate you watching this video. If you have any questions about our RV haulers, you're very welcome to give us a call or send us an email. And I appreciate you watching. And I have a favor to ask. If you like what you've seen, please give me a thumbs up. And here on the screen as well, if you want to hit that button, you can subscribe to our channel. And I've also got a couple of videos here on the screen of some of our previous videos if you're curious about seeing more about what we do. I appreciate you watching. Thanks. Subscribe or give me a thumbs up.